Hello, magnificent human beings. Welcome to this class where we are seeking to loosen up through our calves. If you often get calf cramps or they're just tight a lot of the time, then we're going to go through a bunch of different poses that's going to help to release our legs in general, but specifically our calf muscles. So let's go ahead and find ourselves seated on your mat. Close your eyes. We're going to set our intention and get moving. So inhales in through your nose and exhales out your nose. Slow, steady inhale in. Calming, relaxing exhale out. Keep breathing. Steady, calming, focused breaths. Good. Allowing an intention to surface for your practice. Something about being loose, calm, flexible, whatever you like. And once you have your intention, sealing it with 3 big cleansing breaths, we inhale in through our nose and exhale out the mouth. Inhale in through your nose and exhale out the mouth. Once more, inhale in, inhale, inhale. Big sigh, let it go. Good work. Opening up your eyes, and we'll swing our legs on around here into a staff pose. So here in your staff pose, we want to start to kind of loosen up our ankles. So just kind of alternating, bending your knees here and maybe windshield wipering out your ankles a little bit. Good. And then bend your knees. Heels are on the mat and try to drag your heels back just a little bit. Walk them out, dragging your heels. You're trying to create a little space there through your ankle joints by doing this. So just kind of waking things up through your ankles. If your mat starts to roll up on you, that's okay. And then knees are bent. Reach down and grab for those ankles here and just kind of rotate them out here a little bit, giving some space. Maybe bring one of them in and just kind of massage there through your foot, through the top part of your foot. Good. We're going to do the other same thing on the other side here. Good. And then legs come on out. Good. All right. Giving some space there through those ankles. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. A little bend in your knees here. Nice straight back as best as you can. Deep breath. Good. So we want to really loosen up through, all parts of our legs here because, nothing really exists in a vacuum alone in our bodies. Everything is connected, right? So just loosening up through your hamstrings. Good. Backing off. And take that left foot, plant it down on the mat, cross it over. You're going to hug that knee in and a little bit of a twist. Left hand behind you here. So not so much of a twist, but more of a glute stretch. So really hug this knee in. We want to feel that stretch there through our glute. Again, I want to wake up everything through our bodies here. Breathing and soften. You can switch sides. So take that right foot and cross it on over, really hugging that knee in here. Maybe you even lean back a little bit. Again, whatever you have to do to just kind of feel that stretch there through your glute. And can bring it on out. From here, come on back to your forearms, and then rolling onto that left side, you're going to take that right leg, bring it back, and we want to try to find a little bit of a quad stretch here. This could be a challenging pose for people because of those knees, but just whatever you can do to try to find that stretch there through your quad and your knees feel fine. If it's off to the side here and you feel that stretch, good. If you need to kind of come more like on your sits bones and lay back farther, that's okay. If you like to lay all the way back, then that's cool too. And while you're feeling that stretch there through that right quad, maybe that left ankle, just some more ankle rolls, right? Waking up through your feet there. Good. All right. We'll switch sides. So coming back up, both legs come on out. Let's switch over to the opposite side. So you're going to roll onto that right side, that right forearm down on the mat. Bring that left knee, bending it on back. And again, whatever you have to do to find that stretch through your quad here. Again, maybe you are all the way on your side, or maybe you can just lay all the way back. Maybe you really recline and, just ditch being on your forearms altogether. It's whatever is best for your knees. So breathe. Again, maybe that right ankle, you draw a little bit of some circles there with your foot just to kind of wake things up. Good. And coming back up here, both legs come on out, bob your knees, shake things out. All right, feet are flexed towards you gently. Inhale, lengthen, and then hinging at your hips, trying to do a forward fold with as perfect posture as you can. If you don't come very far, that's fine. Feet are gently flexed. Come forward, feet are flexed. Come forward, breathe. And we can release. Good work. Let's swing our legs on around, coming into that tabletop. Wag things out, move around. Good. All right. A couple of gentle cat-cows. Inhale, drop your belly, eye gaze comes up. Exhale, cat, round your spine, pushing the earth away. Good. Inhale, drop your belly, eye gaze lifts. Excellent. Exhale, cat, round your spine. Good work. Coming back to neutral, just getting loose, waking things up. And now, downward facing dog. Tuck those toes, and then coming back into your down dog. Good. Pedal those feet out, move around. And instead of this normal down dog position, maybe you shallow it up. So bring your hands back just a little bit. And now you can really kind of work into those legs, just alternating them out here. We're going to get into some of those specific calf stretches soon, but we want to make sure everything is nice and warmed up. So from this shallow down dog here, we'll take our left foot, bring it forward, plant down that right heel behind you, hands come on up, hands on your hips here, base of a warrior one. Good. Breathe. Making sure that that back heel is actually down on the mat. Weight is distributed roughly 50-50 here on your feet. Good. Nice tall sternum lifting through your spine. And hands come on down to the mat. Let's come back and do another shallow down dog. Walk it out, move around. Good work. And then right foot, bring it forward. Place that right or that left heel. Left heel is flush on the mat. Left toes kind of pointed toward that top left corner of your mat. Hands on your hips. Weight distributed equal, about 50-50 here on your feet. Good. Sternum lifts and grows. Maybe you lean back just a little bit. Good work. Deep breath. And hands come on down to the mat. Excellent work. All right. From your down dog here, pedal those feet out, and then shallow up your down dog, and then really try to bring both of those heels down to the mat. Good. If they don't touch, that's okay. We just want to feel that stretch there through our calves. If your back is rounding, that's okay too. We really want to focus on the, calf stretch here. So good. Holding, breathing. And hands and feet walk together, forward fold, relax. Big bend in your knees. Inhale, lengthen, grow. Exhale, hinge, fold. Chin is the last to rise, slow, steady, coming on up, and roll those shoulders back. Good work. Shake out your hands, shake out your feet, move things around. Good work. Okay, so here on your mat, hopefully it's decently close to some type of wall somewhere, but we want to use the wall to really focus in on stretching through those calves. So finding a wall for you wherever it may be so you can, lean against it. And we're just going to do that traditional calf stretch, really targeting one at a time. So just find wherever your wall is, hands on the wall, and really targeting that stretch there through your calf. So just breathe. Take your time here, finding that stretch there through that left or right calf, whichever one you chose to do first. Totally fine, because we're going to switch the opposite side. But you want to be decently comfortable here. So take your time. Breathe. If you already feel really, really tight in your calf there, maybe backing off just a little bit, because we're going to be here for a minute. It's one of the biggest factors, I think, in, really finding some relief is actually, taking the time to really spend here by stretching out through your calf. Good. So keep breathing. Stay here. And then bring your attention and your awareness to that calf muscle there that you're stretching out. And then try to relax through your foot, relax through your ankle, relax through your leg there. Breathe. Keep breathing. Good. Again, we'll be here for a minute. And really trying to hold yourself here, not coming out of the pose, because whenever you come out of the pose, it's kind of like that magical timer resets in your body, right? You need to really just hold here for quite a bit. Breathe. Then maybe you lean to one side. Does that change things with how things feel? Maybe you lean to the other side. Does that change how things feel? Maybe you turn that heel just a tiny, tiny bit. Feel it in a different part of your calf. And I only move my heel by maybe like half an inch or something like that. It'll kind of change how things feel. So really, really slow. Don't come out of this quick. Gently back off, and you can step those feet together. And I just want you to kind of kick your legs out, walk things out, move around, maybe roll your wrists out if they got kind of tired of, pressing into the wall there. If your wrists get tired while holding your hands against the wall, you can actually use your forearms and brace yourself against the wall too. Let's switch sides. So whichever leg you did, we're doing the opposite one. So for me, it's my right leg, so I'll bring that back. Again, you can have your forearms pressed against the wall there, a little bit more support. Hands on the wall, whatever you like. And then we find that stretch there in your calf. Don't come to your edge right away. Give yourself some time. Allow your body to kind of accept this stretch here before really pushing things. So finding that stretch, playing with, how far you're leaning forward or how far you're leaning back, or maybe playing with how much you're kind of poking your butt back as well. What are your hips doing? Just find wherever that stretch is for you, and we hold and we breathe. You're just breathing and holding up the wall from it falling over. So just stay here. You've got it. And while you're stretching out your calf, I'll tell you a quick little story. I was in college and I would go running, most evenings around this track that was next to the dorms where I was. And I was doing this exact stretch, stretching out my calves after running. And I'm just, there stretching, and this car drives by and they yell out the window, "Hey, the building's not going to fall over." And initially I wanted to be mad because they're like, why is this person yelling at me? And then I just laughed because that's what it looks like. It looks like you're actually holding up the wall or holding up the building. So, all right, in your calf stretch here, can you maybe lean to one side or the other? Does that change how things feel? Just kind of getting in touch. Only by maybe a half or a quarter of an inch can you turn your heel a different direction. Does that change how things feel for you? Good. Breathe. About 5 more breaths. You got it. And when you real slow, coming up, shake your feet out, move around. So we're keeping that ankle in kind of that flex their position, and we want to loosen that up a bit. So wherever you are, just come on down onto the mat, sitting down here, and cross your legs. Then take your hands and do your best to interlace your fingers between your toes just a little bit, and kind of massage out through your toes there. Good. Maybe just massaging your feet a little bit, squeezing them, rubbing out through the soles. Good. Coming briefly into a staff pose. And then right leg can be on out. Left knee is bent. And then you want to just gently kind of massage out through the top of your foot. The top part of your foot here, this bone, is what we're wanting to kind of loosen up. I know you can't loosen up the bone per se, but it's, all about kind of creating some space through your ankle joint there. Good. Okay. Next side. Hands on top of your foot, and then just kind of massaging through the top of your foot there. Good. It's like your heel is in the mat and you're almost trying to drag it back as you kind of press into your foot there. Hopefully, just creating a little bit of space through your foot, your ankle joint. Good. And we come into staff pose. Bob your legs around. Okay. The stretches that we've been doing have been targeting one of our calf muscles, the gastrocnemius. We want to get into the soleus. So if this is the calf right here, this is the soleus, underneath it almost. So let's swing on around. Tabletop position. I'd like for you to take that left foot, bring it on up into the base of a lunge, and come on up into the base of a lunge. Then this foot, this front foot here, heel toe it inward, kind of towards your midline. So you almost want to have your heel and your knee in one line here. And then very slowly drive that knee forward. So you want to drive your knee forward here. And if your hands come on down, that's good too. You want to find that stretch way down in the base of your calf here. It's called your soleus muscle. I like to use my left hand to kind of hold this knee in as I'm driving that knee forward. Deep stretch way down there. Good. And come back, kick this left leg out, and then draw little ankle circles here, creating space through that ankle joint. Let's switch sides. Next side. Good. So right foot is forward. You can come on up, kind of heel toe that foot inward a little bit. And we want to drive this knee forward. So knee is coming forward. Good. Hands come on down. Maybe you use this right arm to kind of brace that leg as that knee comes forward. Good. So if you're not quite feeling things here, maybe you need to bring that left leg back just a little bit. Or maybe you need to bring it forward just a little bit. But you'll find that stretch there, that kind of bottom third of your calf area, which is what we want. Good. Holding here. Keep breathing. And coming back to neutral. Good. Let's go ahead and kick that right foot out. Draw some ankle circles here. Good. Excellent work. And then back into tabletop. Wag things out. Move around. Downward facing dog once more. Good work. All right. Pedal out your feet. Move things around. Things loose. If your back rounds, that's okay, but we want to try to bring those heels down to the mat. One more time here. Really stretching out through our calves. Deep breath. And relax on down. Tabletop. Good work. Keep those toes tucked, and we want to stretch out through the soles of our feet. So push your weight back, and can you sit your butt back on your heels? So as long as you feel a little bit of stretch there through the soles of your feet, then we're good. Excellent. Lots of feet, ankle, calf care today. When you're ready, you can just roll onto your back for a brief shavasana to just allow all the benefits and juiciness of today's practice to just kind of marinate there into your body. Feet fall out, arms fall out. A few deep, steady breaths. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale out the mouth. Relax. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale out the mouth. Once more, really big inhale. Inhale, inhale, inhale a little bit more. Hold, hold. And sigh it out, let it go. Coming up into a seated position so we can bow together. And I have one more little tip for you before we say goodbye. And that is tonight, before you go to bed, is to do some of those calf stretches, like the calf stretch against the wall that we did before you go to sleep. But instead of using the wall, use your bed, like lay your whole body on the bed there, so you can really be supported, so you don't have to use so much of your strength to, hold you up. You can actually really just relax most of your body and focus that stretch there into your calf. So most of your body will be supported and you'll be stretching out each one of your calves. Try this for about 2 to 4 minutes on each side. And then that way, you'll really loosen up through your calves there. Thank you so much for being here. As always, if you are not a member of Yoga with Landon, go ahead and open the description below. You'll find the link there, yogawithlandon.com. Thanks again for coming along this class. I'll see you in another one soon, and namaste.